Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode in Spakovo, Poland. We are still in the second half of July and this is the same day as the previous episode, but I have a major update and I want to do it today, or in the beginning. So we did, I called the local builders. Oh, smashed into that deer. In any case, yeah, I called the local builders and I had a shed built. It's nothing fancy, but I think it's gonna be the perfect match for the farm. And we're gonna have all our equipment for vineyard and possibly some other pieces of equipment stored here. And yeah, I have lent them the tractor so they could unload it easily and it would help them assemble it. But it's pretty much straightforward. They just made the base plate and put some pillars on, put some wedges in between. This is a pre-made concrete block that was delivered, as you can see. So they just technically slide it in from the top and that's it. So yeah, we are looking at a new shed and I can't wait for the morning to come so we can start filling it. And another thing, I did leave a bit of space over here, and this is going to be for the pig farm, or the pig pen. Alright, in any case, I'll see you in the morning. Welcome back. So, it's the morning, the beginning of August, and I did notice on the forecast when I was checking it this morning that there is hail forecasted for 8 a.m. today. Obnoxious. Absolutely obnoxious. So yeah, I need to make sure that all the equipment is under cover. And this is gonna be the first task for today. I did leave the baler outside because I couldn't be bothered to put it under cover yesterday. And I think we have some moving of stuff to do. It's a glorious day. I've been waiting for this shed for a very, very, very long time. I've been dreaming about it. Not really, but I was dreaming with my heart. Okay, so I do think that I can leave this baler right here. Let's fold it up. And the other task for today, or possibly tomorrow, but I hope I can do it today, is the potatoes are ready for harvest. So this feels like it's gonna be quite a thing today, the potato harvest. Okay, what else? What else do I need to put under cover? Technically, I could use the small vineyard tractor. Yeah, let's go with that route and put this back into the shed. This little bugger is really handy. Rye, on the other hand, is not yet ready for harvest. That's still gonna have to wait for a month, I think. But by then we're probably gonna be pretty much ready for anything the world drops at us. Yeah, I said this like it's some kind of an apocalypse coming, but it's not. I just sometimes like to be dramatic. Don't mind it. Please don't. Alright, so this is one piece of vineyard equipment that's definitely going into that new shed. And it's quite a long shed. It's at the start of my searching for a suitable place. I was looking at smaller sheds than this, but I don't know, this one kind of feels like it's gonna be able to house everything, even the horse transport trailer, which is completely exposed at the moment. Yeah, I do think I'm gonna move that undercover also. That's okay. This door is gonna be easier running in and out. And it started falling. Shit. Okay, well, change of plans. I'm gonna quickly park this into the shed, and then I'm gonna put both tractors under cover. I'm gonna go directly onto a pillar. Come on, turn. Yeah. And okay, at least the newest tractor is undercover and safe. Man, this is quite a heavy hail. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take out my phone and I'm gonna scroll through Facebook, Instagram and stuff like that until the hail is over. And then we're gonna continue with our day. Let's just hope it doesn't destroy the crop too much. Right, this was an extremely long hailstorm. It lasted until 10:30. And I got so bored I even opened up the hood and started going through the engine parts. Oh man. What's really funny is the air intake over here. It goes through the hood. Okay, let's close this up. Perfect. Good. So where were we? Okay, yeah, I need to go out and I need to take care of the potatoes. Yeah, that's gonna be the priority right now. Because it's already almost 11 a.m. It is a bit cooler because of the hailstorm, but look at that deer. Very brave deer here. And oh wow. We are out of space on tomatoes and lettuce. Wow. Let's take them out. We're gonna have them ready for doesn't want to put it out. What does that mean? I'm gonna have to take him one by one. Do that. I possibly can. 1,000 liters. Let's spawn. Nope. Okay, I'm gonna have to sort that out later on. So the potato harvest. We were speaking about how we're gonna go about it. And I do believe I'm gonna take the vintage route today. Which means that I'm gonna take the small Zetor tractor, put it onto the vintage harvester, and gonna try and dig up as much potatoes as we possibly can. Because that machine, for some reason, gave an extremely small yield. On the other hand, let me check the state of potatoes, so we actually see what we're working with. Yeah, okay, this is ready for harvest. I don't know. Seems pretty good. A bit dry, but pretty good. Okay, so let's try with the vintage harvester again. Question is how I'm gonna get it out. Trouble like this is slowly coming to an end because we now have a lot of storage, a lot of shed space. And it's also an open shed. I really wanted to have an open shed because it feels like we can, you know, showcase our equipment a bit better. And vineyard equipment is kind of sorta good looking. No. Let's refill the fuel. Alright, this really doesn't take much. It's already full. Let me hook this up. Okay, this is all connected. Driving to the beat of the drum. Alrighty, so potato harvest this year is on. Oh yeah, I did forget to tell you, it cost around 9,000 euros for that new shed to be set up. So bought, transport and delivered and built. Right, working. Doesn't feel like it's working. Okay, it's working. Because it has to drop potatoes every now and then, otherwise it gets full and it stops harvesting. Yeah, this is gonna take a while. Let's see what it's leaving behind. Well, I don't know, this doesn't really feel like it's extremely full of potatoes. Like the yield is too extreme. We're gonna have to see. Yeah, let me set the auto gas. An old school cruise control, and you just open the pipe and it goes. But I have to call Mr. Pavel if he's willing to lend us the combine again. Leaving a trail of poops behind us. Oh man, it's too funny. But yeah, I'm gonna see you on the other side of this harvesting procedure. I think it's gonna be the best for everyone involved. Right, so I have no idea what happened, but the last row, as you can see, came out extremely full, and I believe this one is also extremely full, and again I got no clue what's going on. But I do know that I won't be using this vintage machine anymore. It's probably gonna become farm decoration, because I simply cannot take as much time doing this, and then we still have to pick up all the potatoes from the grounds, dump them into a trailer, and yeah, it's I do feel it's kind of unacceptable. And again, I got no idea what happened. Look at that, the center of the field. I mean, for the love of God, what's going on? This should not be like it is. I don't know, glitch in the matrix or what they say. Well, let's take care of the last row, and we're gonna go get the trailer. Yeah, I don't know why the potato picker-upper didn't want to unload when we went over the rest of the field, because you can see it's very patchy, and it doesn't look like there's a lot of potatoes. But these rows, they feel like they're more than there's potatoes on the rest of the field. So again, no idea. But I am thinking of the neighbor. I don't know, I think his name is Philip. I honestly forgot what his full name is, but I think it's Philip. Come on, let's grab this last one. So yeah, Philip has that harvester that was doing work in this field when we first got here. And that was the field of carrots. And if I can possibly, well, if he can possibly configure that for potato harvesting, I think that would be a grand idea. I might even, well, at least I'm gonna lease it from him, pay him some money for it. Or I'm simply gonna buy it outright because I don't want to stop doing the potatoes. You know, since I already have the planter and everything. And that Anna Burger harvester, that the trailed one, we can technically sell that if need be. Yeah, I'm very intrigued. What is going on? I can't even. Alright, so we are saying this is gonna be farm decoration now? Oh man, in that case I'm gonna leave it outside. So people can enjoy the view of rusty old equipment. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be in the way over here, so let's drop it and leave it be. In the end, we're gonna release so much space in here that we're gonna be able to have even more pieces of equipment stored in here. Ah, that's good. Alright, so you, Lamborghini, you're gonna be on the trailer duty. And the big Zetor with front loader arm is gonna be on potato loading or scoop duty. And for that I'm gonna have to definitely wash the grab because I completely forgot I'm gonna put potatoes on the ground and we're gonna use that scoop for picking them up. And since I've been transporting manure with it, it has to be cleaned before use. Alright, well, I'll set everything up and I'll be right back. Okay. Well. Oh man. Everything is all kinds of horrible. Nah, I'm just making a drama out of it. It doesn't need to be so dramatic. So let's put our pallet fork over there and let's go connect to the scoop. To the poop scoop. Yeah, this definitely has to get cleaned. There are some ominous clouds on the sky. Yeah, I don't know. The forecast says it's gonna be sunny, but the clouds say something different. Okay, let's clean this up. Will this arm reach? Yeah, let's get dirt off. Remember everyone, when you buy potatoes, onions, or anything else similar in that matter, always wash them, because you never know when they were, where they were before you got them. This is a PSA, public service announcement. Okay, so you can start betting now how much potatoes we have. Is it gonna fill the trailer or not? I'm gonna say it is going to fill the trailer, but I don't know if it's going to be a lot more than simply that. Yeah, I want to be as careful as I can. Don't want to drive into the potatoes and crush them. We're slowly getting a scoopful. Yeah, this doesn't really look promising, does it? Well, at least if we are gonna have pigs, we're gonna need some of the potatoes to feed them. But it might not be the cash crop we are after. You know? Yeah, you can see where this is where we start hitting that middle row. It seems to have a lot more potatoes inside than the other one. Okay, if you look at the right, slowly, and then all of a sudden full. Let's try going side it. I mean from the sides towards the center. And look at this. We can keep driving and nothing really happens. I don't know. And that makes me sad that this is happening, because that means that something is wrong with our land, or possibly the machine. But I don't think I can put the blame to the machine from the get-go, because it kind of feels like the machine was working as intended. In any case, I'm gonna go to the outside view. I'm gonna do a time-lapse of this loading session so you can enjoy it in quickness. And we'll see if we fill up the trailer, or how many trailers do we fill. Right, so everyone that voted that is gonna be more than one trailer, yeah, you won. Please let me know if you expected more than one trailer. So we're gonna dump this straight into our... Oh, this is heavy. We're gonna dump this straight into our cellar basement. Yeah, there's a lot of weight in that trailer. Come on, Lambo, you got the juice. Looks like it's giving it all it has. So 12,000 liters or 12 cubic meters of potatoes. Okay, so the verdict. The yield is much better than it was previously, because in the previous season we had about the same area planted and we only got 8,000 liters out of it. So not much, yeah, not much. Now I don't know if it's the field preparation that we done better, or if it's something else. I'm just... yeah, I thought so. I thought I'm gonna hit the steps. In any case, yeah, I don't know if it's the field preparation or if it's maybe the natural conditions, the moisture, or maybe something completely else. Okay, let's dump it out. So I'm thinking if we're gonna have... well, I'm targeting on having around 5 to 6 pigs. Maybe 4 females and 1 male boar. So if we have around 5,000 liters of potatoes left until the next season, I'm guessing it's gonna be enough. Because they don't really need much in terms of root crops. But I do have to check what's their main source of food. It's probably something like corn or something we don't have. Which means we're gonna have to make sure we get some. Okay, let's put this trailer closer now, so we don't have to drive through the whole fields to load it. Okay, let's continue. So everybody, that's a second full trailer. Wow. Yeah, this middle part really did us good. And we can fit everything into this bucket and we're done. So that means we got 2 trailers and a bit in a bucket. Awesome. It's already too late in the day for selling said potatoes that are in the trailer, so I'm gonna put them under cover and I'm gonna probably sell them in the next episode, maybe even a bit later. But I will have to have a free trailer for when we start harvesting. Are those weeds? No, it actually looks like drought. Yeah, the moisture is extremely low. Shoot. Well, I hope it doesn't kill more of our crop till September when it's harvest time for rye. If it does, I might have to put some water in the spray tank and go over the crop just to water it for a bit. But that is certainly not ideal. Not ideal at all. Yeah, there has been a few very dry months. The only quote-unquote rainfall we had was hail previously. What about this field? And this one doesn't look too bad. Yeah, I really hope it doesn't go bad. Okay, in any case, let's put this into the cellar and then we'll be done for today. Yeah, the tractor can barely pull it. I'm giving it all. Yeah, I seem to remember that this tractor has 115 horsepower, and for some reason the trailer feels like it's extremely heavy. I gotta go all the way down into the first gear to get it moving and get the engine spinning. Okay. So let's put the rest of the potatoes into the cellar. Yeah, if we are someday gonna expand on this potato operation, I might get a corrugated steel shed that's specially designed for storing potatoes, where you already have some conveyor belts built in and stuff like that. Okay, we're left with 4,111 liters of potatoes in the trailer. And as I said, because we are too late today and the sell point is already closed, we're gonna have to take care of this tomorrow. And just to keep it safe, is that trailer moving by itself? What? What? Where was I? Yeah, I was saying that I'm gonna put it in the shed to protect it from rodents and stuff like that, and birds. And we're gonna sell it tomorrow. The potatoes that are in the cellar are pretty much safe, except if a mouse gets in, then we might have issues, but I don't think that's gonna be the case. So yeah, thank you all for watching. I hope you had fun. I wish everything good for you, and we'll see you next time. take care, and goodbye.